Hey everybody, XJoe81X, and on tubes today is a little video. What we have here is a light, and you're asking yourself, well, okay, thanks. I already see that it's a light. It's on. Huh? 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 I just want to talk about it. Once in a while, there's a gentleman out there called JK18, and what he does is he makes these videos and he shows these Chinametronics and gadgets. He starts up his lawn blowers and his blower mowers, and once in a while he's got stuff that just kind of turns around and says, I don't need that anymore. So this is one of those items. This item is a 2x4 flat LED digital. And you're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And this is what I mean. It's the size of a 1/4-inch panel. Look, my finger. There's nothing here. There's some discrepancies you may or may not see. It's very bright right here, and it's yellow right here-ish. Right here, there is a couple of cracks. So, he gave me this thing, and really the only place to put it would be maybe the basement. So there's a little whip on it, or there was, and I kind of walked around, and I said, well, where is it going to fit, and where should it fit? And then you ask yourself, well, this is the most prominent area. We got the laundromat, you look up, you got the 2-footer, then you're like, well, where does this go? So this is where it went. It turns out that the sides, you can see the yellow, it turns out that the sides right here have a light in it, a light bar, and then the light goes this way. On the underside of this has like 12 screws that screw down, and it's wobbly but it's not going nowhere. So there's a drywall screw here, there's a drywall screw here, and there's a beam going right across. So I took these 2 screws out off camera, and I made sure the lights weren't coming this way. The light only comes from the side. So I drilled a hole through the metal, and I basically held it like this, and then got the screw gun from my helper. So I went like this, and then I held it, and I said, well, it doesn't have to be that symmetrical, so let me get one side in, put one side in, and then I held it, and I figured out where the beam was here, and I sent another side in. So it's very wobbly, and you could probably break it, but it's not going anywhere. It is attached to this 2-footer. Let's go handheld. It's attached to this 2-footer with this cord. And you're like, whoa. Yeah, well, this is cold. Because if you scroll down, blue means cold. So it comes with this box. Here's a little light of flash. It has Chinametronics in there and a screw, and it comes out. I did not, put that where I wanted to. Right, makes no sense, shorty. Kind of goes in, here's the underside, but then it kind of wraps around, and then goes in, and then goes in here. And then I spliced it in there. So for the most part, this is what it is. I'll double check the exact name, in a sense, so I could put it on YouTube with a name, but it's 2 feet by 4 feet. It's made to go in a grid, probably a ceiling grid, and sits, and it's LED, and it doesn't get warm, essentially, and it doesn't burn that much hours. This is a plastic material. So right here is where Jay thought maybe the light was broken. I took it apart. It's actually cracked on the other side, and it's bowed here. So I didn't want to make the crack more. And the reason why I didn't flip it and whatever is because the electrical box is here, so it just seemed better, more better. So yeah, it bows. You could see it bowing. It's not going anywhere. These are 2.5-inch screws. It's not gonna magically fall. It might bow in the summer when it gets humid out, but it's plastic. Now, yes, I don't know if my cell phone shows it, but you get like a cool white here. This is slowly crapping out. You get a yellow. I mean, you have the yellow in here. These are crapping out. You could see, if I angle the camera, they're brown, and so on and so forth. There's no parties. You're just doing laundry. You go into the refrigerator, or maybe you're playing drums with the kids. Maybe you're swapping out some essentials, toys, things for sale down there. It's just, I can't imagine this thing being on for 24 hours, 8 hours. But anyway, this is the 2x4 LED light, flat panel light. JK18 gave it to me because I guess he has no use for it. He's got a light. He has a lot of lights in his basements as well. Jeez, he has a lot of lights. Baby, say that 2 times fast. He has a lot of lights basements as well. He had a lot of basements as well. Lululemon. Okay, hit like, hit subscribe. Any questions, comments, or concerns, just throw it down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.